Now is the time for one of my favorite segments, Ask a Dev. This segment is all about you guys, the fans. The community feedback is being heard, and our developers are listening.
And we're here with our gameplay developer and director, Mike Wang.
Let's do it. I'm ready. I'm pumped.
All right, first question up. How far into the year do you guys start working on the next NBA 2K game?
For gameplay, we're kind of different from the rest of the team because we are always just kind of evolving more toward better basketball gameplay. So some of us are working on.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Good evening, sports fans. This is 2K.
A spectacular sight as we approach our broadcast location in downtown Orlando through the air. On the road looking for a win against an Eastern Conference rival. The Chicago Bulls are ready for this thing to get started. Welcome, folks, and thanks for sharing part of your weekend with us here at 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. The Magic are looking to grab one here for the home fans in Orlando before heading out again. An excellent season underway. We've seen a lot of good basketball so far from these guys.
And they're trying for their second win in as many games against these guys. They were able to exploit their advantages the first time around. They're out to prove that that was no fluke.
It's a matchup that suits them, Greg. And if they're going to win this one, they're going to have a big mental edge the next two times they see each other.
Now let's take a look at the Bulls' opening lineup. Ivica Zubac is out there with Johnson. Then it's Simmons. Then there's Jonathan Isaac. And it's Webster in at the shooting guard position. You know, Chris, parity, always a question, in this league and how you try to get teams to advance. But over a long season, it seems like any team can surprise you on any given night.
Yeah, almost every team has the talent that can beat you, especially in a one game. You must respect your opponent. Sometimes it can come down to schemes, coaching. Sometimes it can come down to just one bad shot. You can never underestimate motivation as a factor, and that's where the good teams separate themselves. Who can continue to have that same focus every night, and in the words of Coach Popovich, that appropriate fear of your opponent.
Here's Leaf. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Toronto.
Oh, well, his rebounding stood out, too. He gave them a big lift on the board.
And this is what you want to see more of from Bamba, making an effort to share the rock.
Here's Simmons, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. Johnson kicks to Isaac. Passes to Simmons. Shot clock at 6. Hits it from three-point range.
Yeah, love watching Isaac find the open teammate. Has great floor awareness out there and just knows when one of his guys has a clean look.
Now, here's Bamba. What a tremendous game he played against Toronto. AI outside. Beyond the arc. Doesn't go for him. Now Chicago takes it the other way. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Just a terrific effort off the bench. Guys came in, they seemed fresh, and they all contributed.
Well, and they played more than just a supporting role. I mean, without their points, it would have been tough to get that role win.
Now here's Simmons. That one off the back iron and out. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
Orlando shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. There is one interesting stat for the Chicago Bulls, C-Web, and they're still the only NBA franchise to win multiple championships and never lose an NBA final.
Wow, well, that's just an amazing distinction. I mean, a testament to the clutch play of Jordan when they did make the finals, and a reminder of how hard it is just to get there.
Now here's Webster. 26 points for him last game against Indiana.
And it was the little things, too. I mean, getting to the line, finding ways to get his points any way possible.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some
Impressive.
thunder. Yeah. And that Unleash Chaos replay presented by Under Armour. Hover Havoc, giving us a chance to relive that exciting play.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's AI. And he also played really well on that win against the Raptors.
And setting the tone early with a strong move to the rack.
Well, you like to see a little more physical nature on defense. You have to make him earn those points at the stripe.
Stolen by Bamba. AI passes to Leaf. And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession.
A chance to check out AI here. He's been on a remarkable tear this past month. First in assists, first in steals, and he's an absolutely devastating offensive weapon. Number 2 in the league in scoring.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. And that one's good, Simmons.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry.
AI passes to Little. Back to AI. Pass to Leaf. The shot, no good. Johnson with the defensive effort. Here's Webster. And he overshot that one, missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
It's time for him to start looking for other options. They can't let him keep shooting. His touch is gone.
Shots good by Simmons. The Magic trail by 7.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
AI outside. Little passes to AI. Kicks to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Yeah, and that 7'9" wingspan on full display there. Bamba swooping in with authority.
And stolen by AI. To the inside. Little. Leaf passes to Little. And Zubats picks up the foul. That's his first foul. Here are the Magic now, trailing by 5. Leaf kicks to Hawkins. 5 on the clock. Out to AI.
He's gone off the rails this quarter, and it's a bad time to do it. I mean, when they're needing to fight from behind, it's been a really tough quarter for him. I mean, he cannot get his shots to drop.
Isaac with the ball. No points in the game yet for him. Rebound by the Magic. There's a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
In the last meeting of these two teams, they were really sharp defensively, disrupting the flow of their offense and causing a ton of turnovers.
And that's what led them to a blowout win. Offensively, they were solid, but their defense was what really carried them.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who spoke with Tyronn Lue.
Well, Kevin, I asked him what the strategy was offensively, and he said, look, we want to avoid having to take so many outside shots. They want to exploit what he described as a mismatch inside. He said, we have the talent down low to make things very difficult on those guys, and we're going to use it. Kevin?
All right, David, thanks.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And, Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
Well, that's just a good example of why the score is what it is. I mean, they need to protect the rim a lot better than that.
Now here's Simmons after the miss from AI. Fires from the wing. Off the left rim and out.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
There's the pass to Bamba. Here's Hugh. Offline with his three.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up to three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Chris, there are a lot of players.
Two.
It's Webster outside, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got 4 rebounds now tonight. They've got Bamba. AI is out there with Hawkins, and it's House in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. Trying his luck deep, nailed from three-point land. He's got 10.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
AI outside. The shot from 20 feet away. And there it is for him. AI's got the game tied up here for Orlando. Chicago's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Outside, Webster, and the Bulls, another 3.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Back to AI. Shot clock at 6. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bulls have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Osborne, he's covered by Hawkins. Teardrop shot. It's not going to go for him. The Magic go the other way with it. AI passes to House. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. House has got the lead up to 1 now for the Magic. Pass to Webster. From the arc. Offensive rebound. Here's Zubac. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And great effort on the boards, and what a mean
dunk
that was, Kev. I mean, you just will not see him ever quit on a play.
That guy is a handful. You've got to have a body on him at all times.
Yeah, fellas, he's a monster. He's never seen an offensive rebound he didn't think he could get to.
Isaac kicks to Webster. Simmons got a piece of it.
The main thing you get with Bamba, imposing defender, shot blocker, alters everything in the paint.
AI right side. And Bamba with the basket on the assist by AI. Bamba's got 6 points. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Here's Osborne. Here's a look at the schedule for the Orlando Magic. On Monday, they'll head out on the road to face the Hawks in Atlanta. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Andre Drummond and the Detroit Pistons.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
And once he gets into a groove like that, you can just count.
Isaac with the steal. Fast break, here comes Chicago, and it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Take a look at Isaac there, just patrolling the passing lanes, outstanding at knowing when to anticipate that pass.
Orlando moving the ball around. Hawkins passes to AI. Cans it from downtown. AI's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter when you got to come check him.
Baseline jumper. Again, the Magic score.
Look at this. I like this team basketball, keeping the ball moving until they find the right shot.
Here's Simmons. He scores his 6th bucket from the floor with that one. He's shot the ball 11 times.
Oh, look at the soft touch on the teardrop.
Orlando's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. And AI gets it to go.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now, here's Isaac. No points in the game yet for him. That's tipped and stolen by AI. Pass to Leaf. Count it. Now it's a 5-point Magic lead.
That was all about the assist. Great pass to set up the shot.
Now here's Webster. He's guarded closely. Now the pass to Osborne. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Zubac the pass to Isaac. From the top of the key. That's short off the rim. Orlando leading by 5. Guys, they've been getting it done.
They came out with a mission, and they have been tough to stop.
AI kicks to Hawkins. AI outside. Leaf got it. Good job in the low post. Leaf's got 4 points now in the quarter.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Back to Zubac. And it's Orlando's ball. They're on a 12-4 run. AI, no good.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Pass to Osborne. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Pass to Isaac. And Bamba pulls it down. Orlando leading. Kicks to AI. Pass to Leaf. Isaac with the steal. Here's Simmons. That's in, and he's 7 for 12 now in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
AI passes to Leaf. AI with it. Simmons is there. Back to AI. Just 5 on the clock. Leaf, no good.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession.
And you love the effort. Just getting the hand in there and knocking it out.
Well, some of that, too, is just setting the tone by being aggressive. You need guys like this on your team.
And Orlando making a change here. Hart's checked in. Here's Webster. And you know the points will always be there for him. He's averaging just a shade under 20 points a game right now. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That is his first foul of the game. And a wide open look for Simmons. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Leaf. No good there. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. Down low. Shoots. That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Webster.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Bamba kicks to AI. The pass to Leaf. Out left to the wing. Clock at 6. AI passes to Bamba. Here's Sue to end the cold streak. Nice shot there by Bamba. Bamba's got 8 points.
But if you thought the D was going to tighten up on him here in the second quarter, think again.
Bulls trail by 3. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hi, Kevin. Well, AI in their last time out against the Raptors got the job done. He ended up with 50 points, and that scoring outburst set a new season high for him in what became a great exhibition on his part. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Oh, yeah. Once he got him on the ropes, he never let them off the hook. It was full-speed energy basketball at its greatest.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Simmons finds Levine. 1:07 left now here in the second. AI with it. Now defended by Levine. And AI gets it to go. AI's got the lead up to 7 now for the Magic.
Something lit a fire under him this quarter. Their lead's safe as long as he's on the floor.
Poked away. And here we go. AI heading to the hoop. The shot's good from Leaf. 10 points for him.
Yeah, and they're starting to warm up from the field this quarter.
Levine kicks to Webster. There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Can they get it? Out of bounds, Bulls ball as Chicago keeps possession. Ice Johnson, he's checked in for Isaac. Knocked away. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. They get a hand on it, and Chicago has possession. For 3, Levine, and it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got rebound number 12 here already in the game.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
Back to AI. Pass to Hart. AI in the post with 1 on the clock. An amazing shot, just barely beat the buzzer.
That is as big as...
And so it's Orlando. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
And through the first 2 periods, it seemed he got to the paint whenever he wanted to. Just a slasher's mentality.
Yeah, when you're trying to check a guy like that, you have to move your feet laterally, defensively. That didn't happen.
Checking out the group for Tyronn Lue to start the second half. Johnson is out there with Isaac. Then it's Ivica Zubac. Then it's Simmons. And it's Webster in at the 2-guard spot. And Simmons kicks to Webster. No good on the 3. Magic leading by 13. To the wing on the left. Little passes to Bamba. Lays it up off the glass. Bamba's got 10 points.
The tenacity, the attention to detail, it's why these guys are in complete control.
Well, they continue to extend the lead. Terrific play on both ends of the court.
Webster passes to Simmons. Over AI. Shot's good by Simmons. Simmons got 19 points.
You know there's no way that's going to get blocked. He just has to rise up and drain it.
Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Takes the 3. That one's not going to go. And the Bulls going the other way now. Here's Isaac. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And there's the foul. It'll go on AI. That'll be his second foul of the game. Now, here's Isaac. He's covered by Hawkins. Here's Webster. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it. Hawkins kicks to AI. Pass to Hawkins. Back to AI. Passes it to Leaf. Johnson with the block. And he recovers it. That one falls. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Simmons dishes to Webster. Back to Simmons. An easy 2 points on the layup. Simmons got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, he's doing his best to get them back into this game. He's been money from the field.
AI passes to Bamba. Here's Hugh. The Magic with a fresh 24. The basket counts and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play. For Orlando, they have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And Simmons kicks to Johnson. The pass to Zubats. He dishes it to Simmons. Isaac up top. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer. That one off the back iron and out.
It's clear this just isn't his night. I mean, if they're going to keep him on the floor, I think his best role would be to be a decoy.
And really, when Bamba has this positioning, you got to get it to him. He's a very reliable scorer from there.
Chicago calls timeout. NBA rosters are turning over faster, it seems, these days. Chris, how much do former teammates know about defending one another? Or is it a non-issue?
Oh, no, it's more than a non-issue, Kevin. You were right in your assumption that, listen, if former teammates, they have a little more inside information. And you know why it matters? Because every day after practice, you know, the first thing guys do after they get their water, they play one-on-one. And so you understand guys' tendencies. You learn how they get into a rhythm. We're all creatures of habit. Let's remember what Kevin Durant did. Remember how he came down on the same end of the floor in the finals and hit the same tough shot over the extended hand that he did? Well, if you notice, he did that on his crossover, that right-to-left setup. And so if you know him, you may know that he's going to do that. And also, you may know that he has a counter just in case. It allows you to keep your hand out the cookie jar, not to gamble. It gives you an educated guess on maybe what some of the greatest offensive players in the world are going to go to next to get that bucket. Any piece of information matters. And yeah, if you've been practicing against them, that's a good thing.
Robbins. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. Hawkins passes to AI. Orlando moving the ball around. Hawkins shot good.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
Oh, yeah, up by double digits. They're trying to keep the momentum, keep the foot on the neck. That's his focus right now.
Pass to Osborne. Inside. Kick out to Levine. Over Hart. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far. Getting theirs before the defense can set up.
That's just the aggressiveness of transition, making sure they come away with points.
Passes it to Hooper. Inside, and he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Oh, and he takes it right at the man who just scored on him.
That's the way to answer back, with an in-your-face stuff. AI passes to Hawkins. AI outside. From 6 feet, Robbins. It falls for his 5th field goal tonight. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And some guys just have a nose for scoring. And this one couldn't have been any easier.
I mean, I don't know whether to say it's amazing or it's sad, but you're down double digits and you still allow an uncontested layup. Where is the pride? Where is your heart?
Outside, Simmons. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And if you're wondering where the points are coming from here tonight, here's a breakdown in the scoring between the front court and back court tonight for the Bulls.
And their guards really have done what they could
to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Just 4 to shoot. The baseline J. And that one off the back of the rim and in. That's 7 points for Zach LaVine.
It's encouraging whenever LaVine connects from mid-range. I mean, he's showing he wants to get better from there.
To the inside. AI kicks to Hart. Back to AI. Here's Robbins. And another assist for him.
Another possession. Another assist.
You know, Greg, he's sharing the ball well, hitting his guys in their spots. On the wing, LaVine. He has 7. Simmons on the wing. Over AI. No good from Simmons. Orlando's gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Here's Barker. Chicago grabs the miss.
And he's just a tough defender. Good positioning to get after that shot.
Well, not all defenses are constructed to protect the mid-range area. Nicely done that time.
And he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. .158 left here in the third quarter. The shot by Hawkins, no good. Chicago's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. LaVine kicks to Simmons. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. Simmons got 8 points here in this quarter.
Capable of doing many things well. LaVine has a good sense of when his guys are open.
To the paint. And again, another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
Keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates.
Down low.
And the pass there floated it up to the precise spot it needed to be.
And no messing around on the finish. He powers it through. And a tremendous Unleash Chaos replay coming to you courtesy of Under Armour Hover Havoc. To the left wing. Back to AI. And there's a whistle, and that's going to go on Simmons. That's his first foul. TJ Leafs checked in for the Magic. 56 seconds left in the third quarter. For Orlando, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. Free throw good, AI. He's off on the second. Chicago has gone 7 of 15 from three-point range tonight. They're not afraid of that shot. LaVine looking around. Outside, Simmons. He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. That's good from Simmons. And so he hits both. And here's AI. He's got 11. 26 seconds left to play in the third. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. The Magic have been getting it done at the line, 10 for 12. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. There's 25 seconds left to play in the third. Outside, LaVine. And AI comes to help. To the middle, here's Osborne. That's good, and it's LaVine with the assist. LaVine's got 3 assists now in this one.
And he's had an excellent performance overall from the field.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit, but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Free throw, no good for AI. 1 second left. That one, no good. And so it's the Orlando Magic Rolling along with a 27-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. From the field, they have been outstanding. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
This is how you quarterback an offense. He sees and anticipates what the defense is doing.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. And so in the game for the Magic, they've got Leaf. He's out there with Jones, and it's Barker in at the 2. Chris, we hear the word switchability, popular term used these days. Talk about the importance of having guys who can defend multiple positions.
It's so important because it allows for the flexibility with your matchups. You can avoid being forced into mismatches. So you definitely need players like that. However, Kev, I think that the NBA is going switchability crazy. They shouldn't switch everything. Switching on defense should only be if the coach wants to take a player out the game or if it's just needed at the last second. Usually communication is the key because there are no new plays under the sun. You see the play coming and developing it, and if you can communicate, that's usually when you don't need to switch. I think coaches have lost trust in players' willingness to communicate, and switching has become kind of a lesser of two evils, I guess you could say. And I hope we get away from as much switching as we do because it puts guys in totally wrong positions. And if you have a smart offensive player, he'll pass his way out of that right to the guy with the mismatch.
Your take is real interesting. Hsu nailed from three-point land.
He logs his first 3 of the second half. After nailing 2 in the first, they don't want to let this fella get going.
Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. The 3 from Simmons. And Jones pulls it down.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And out of bounds as the Bulls gain possession. The Bulls have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Back to Zubac. Dishes it to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
And folks, those are hops you just don't see from that one spot every day.
Well, that's why he is such an uncommon talent.
Fellas, isn't that why you like to have a great point guard who can make a play above the rim like that?
Well, there you go. I mean, if they're going to keep giving up open jumpers, they're going to keep getting burned.
He kicks it to Webster. Back to Simmons. And the layup's good off the glass. Simmons got 16 here in the second half.
They're going to be relying on him here late. I mean, just think about it. Hoping to come from behind, he just needs to keep doing what he's been doing.
Pro basketball is one of the few sports where awards are league-wide, C-Web, and not divided by conference. What if the NBA should consider giving out separate awards, for the East and the West?
Kev, I don't know about Eastern and Western Conference, but I do believe that there should be an offensive MVP. I do believe there should be a difference between MVP and maybe the best player in the league, because how do we define some of these things? So I do think we can tinker with some of the awards, but East and West, I'm not really sure with. I think it should always be about the best out of the total number of teams and conferences.
Good perspective. The first free throw is good, and the Bulls making a change here. Johnson's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. Every once in a while, we hear about the brotherhood of the NBA. C-Web, when you hear that term, what does it mean to you?
It means it's the truth. When I got to the NBA as a rookie, the thing that amazed me the most was that I was already part of a fraternity. There was no having to to be kind of welcomed in. You are welcomed in once you're part of the NBA. Guys want to see you do well.
Right.
Not against them, not against their team, but guys want to see you do well because they know the work, the effort, the sacrifice that it takes to get to this level. And that's a really refreshing feeling, knowing the guys got your best interest as long as it isn't against them that night.
Great perspective on that topic. Here's Leaf. Another possession, another assist. And that's his 20th assist. Wow.
Just doing a great job at orchestrating the offense.
Johnson left side. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. Here's Webster.
He's done almost no damage from three-point range in this game. No threes in this half and only one in the first.
Here's Little. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
This has not been his best effort. He's lucky his teammates have been there to bail him out.
Now here's Webster. Not a lot of room. Zubac's the pass to Isaac. 4 on the shot clock. Stolen by Bamba. And the pass to Little. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
Simmons finds Johnson. And it's Zubac atop the key. To the middle. Here's Webster. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Orlando called for the foul. C-Web, a big rule change. Defenders have to give jump shooters space to land. Your thoughts on that?
Great. Thank you. Think about if a guy is hot and you can't stop him, you should not be able to embellish with the rules by sliding your foot up under a guy. If we all remember, I believe that San Antonio was up a couple of years ago on Golden State at home in Game 1, and Pachulia inadvertently put his foot up under Kawhi Leonard, and Kawhi was injured. You have to give shooters space to come down. You can't be thinking about that on the way down. We don't want players injured or hurt in this game because of a lack of paying attention to detail, and I think this rule really helps it. Defenders have done it for years. It could be viewed as dirty, but I'm glad the NBA did something about it. I'm very happy about it. And check this out. We're going to see a lot of guys knocking down even more threes now.
Here's Little. Pass to Leaf. Magic moving the ball around. AI passes to Little. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hugh. Off target from outside.
Well, he's having a tough go at it so far this quarter. Not much dropping for him.
Here's Simmons. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I love his work ethic, not to mention his hands. You need both to convert those tip-ins.
And a wide open look for AI. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. AI's got 19 points.
Knocks down his second 3 of the half. I mean, he had 2 of them in the first half also. Doing some solid work from deep.
And Simmons kicks to Webster. A fadeaway. It's hauled in by the Magic. AI's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Look, it would be a huge boost for them if he could start knocking these down. A perfect position to grab the rebound. Gets underneath, boxes out, and pulls it down.
To the inside. No good from Simmons.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Oh, wonderful anticipation. He reads the play perfectly. Then with the quick reaction time.
Launches it. Simmons with the defensive effort.
His three-point game hasn't been there for him today, but don't sleep on him. At any moment, he could get his touch back.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? Bamba dishes to AI. Pulls up on the wing. Count it. AI's got 11 in the second half. Some call it the Ewing theory, teams that play better without relying on a star player. Chris, how sustainable is that?
It's not sustainable. It's real cute until you have the teams that are focused and want to win come in. And usually that Ewing theory, that's usually like in the 5th week of the season or before All-Star break when teams are figuring out themselves. Once everybody has identified their strengths and their weaknesses, you need that horse to ride. You need that big hoss in there, that guy that's dependable every night. And as long as he's a willing passer, unselfish player, no, you need those guys. I don't believe that teams are better without their main guy. Maybe for short stretches, players can rally, but you look at championship winners, I'm trying to think of one that didn't have a superstar on their roster. I just don't buy into that theory.
And look how fluid Isaac moves. It's like watching a guard, terrific at penetrating and using those long strides to get to the rim.
AI up top, guarded by Simmons. Hawkins passes to AI. Lamba kicks to Leaf. Pass to Little. AI with it. They get a hand on it. Orlando needs to get off a shot. Here's Hawkins. No good on the 3. Bulls trail by 18. Webster passes to Johnson, and then Johnson with the jam.
Oh, that's a nice look, recognizing he had the opening to make the entry pass.
For Orlando, they've gone 7 of 15 from the floor here in the 4th, right around 46-47%. Out to AI. Offline with his 3. Chicago's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Passes it to Simmons. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and it's blocked by Simmons. Now Webster. The pass to Simmons. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's good from Simmons. And so he hits both. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Man, they straight up been getting smoked over this stretch. They really need to refocus here.
And now a moment to take a look at our Jordan Player of the Game.
And his play at the point has been nothing short of outstanding here tonight, Kevin. I've lost track of the number of assists he's made. That's a player who understands how to create a potent, balanced attack.
A really solid performance here in front of the home crowd. He may not be the star of this team, but nights like this are what make him a fan favorite. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Count the basket. And the Magic lead by 16.
Well, this is what he likes to do. Try to break your spirit.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're already getting dogged out there. I mean, and now he's landing body blows.
Chicago calls timeout. Bulls trail by 16. And Webster kicks to Zubats. Knocked loose. Johnson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Webster. Goes up again. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. And here are the Bulls now. 6 to shoot. Fader on the way.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them, huge margin of victory for the Magic.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far, they've won 2 straight.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for AI.
Well, of all the things he did well, his passing was the most important. He spread the ball around, kept everyone involved, and their offense clicked.
And it's off from three-point range. There's 45 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Webster passes to Zubac. Now here's Simmons. He's guarded by AI. No good on that one. And the second free throw, good.
He needed to convert on all of those. Missed opportunities at the line are the last thing they need right now.
Pass to Jones. To the middle. Here's Sue, and it's blocked by Simmons. And here's the fast break. It's Webster outside. It's good from long range.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Brogdon kicks to AI. From deep three-point range, that shot no good. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor. Completely